everyone, how are you? My names are Martha Soipan and welcome back to another channel, another program, another episode. And today I would like us to talk about our in-laws getting into our marriages, simply because most of our young couples or even our children who are in marriages, they are having problems in their marriages in the name of in-laws coming and interfering in their marriages, trying to convince them what to do, trying to control their life, forgetting that they are already grown up and they are already in their marriage. Now, mother-in-law and father-in-law, and also you, a son and daughter who have already decided to settle down, you have reached at an age that you have decided you want to start your own family. I like first to start with that man that always allow the mother to always control him because he has money, or he thinks that the wife is not good enough for him. I would like to ask you as a man, I'm very sure the day you decided to marry that woman, you had searched very well and you had settled for her. And even before you settled for her, I know you had come across a lot of women in your life along the line, but at the end of the day, there's this one particular woman that you settled down with. You came together, you sat down, made up your stories and decided that this is the way we are going to go. Now, when the minute you settle down or even you get married, you go pay her dowry, it comes a time maybe you decide you're going to take her home. But now my question is, why did you marry me to take me home to go and stay with your parents? Were you marrying me for them, or were you marrying me to you as a man? Because the minute you take me to your parents, I now become like a housemaid to them. And every time you come to visit, before I tell you what I'm going through, already you passed by your mother or your father. They have told you so many negatives about me, to an extent if I tell you anything, it will not make sense. What does that lead to? Fights, inconvenience, a lot of misunderstanding, that at the end of the day, that woman comes to a point and she says, I am tired, I cannot go on. And you as a man, when you tell your parents that my wife has decided this, they're the first people who are going to support you. We told you, she doesn't do this, she's not a wife material, yet they were there when you were even marrying her. But immediately she takes her luggage and goes, and maybe goes back to her parents, or even decides to stay on her own. That's the time you realize you have lost something precious. And you'll start now blaming your parents, because it will take you another step or another hard work to try and convince her to come back. And this time now, maybe you have already decided, I will not take her back home, I'll stay with her. But do you think that trust, that love, that honesty that both of you once shared will ever come back? I am not saying that we should not always listen to our parents, but as a man, why do you marry your wife and take her to your parents? And why do you even allow your parents to come and manipulate you? Start telling you that, why do you give her a lot of money? All she does is waste your money. She doesn't do this or do that, or even when I tell her to do this. Surely, if you took me to your parents' house, I believe you should even at least maybe put up a business for me, or maybe we have our own shamba. Allow me to do my chores. Don't allow your parents to come in between us, because the minute parents come between marriages or any relationship with the children, their marriages or any relationship always collapse. It doesn't end up well. Another thing, it's not even when you take your wife there. Even you're married, you're here in Nairobi or whatever city you are, but our parents always come in. You'll find that as a mother-in-law, you've come just because your daughter is married to so and so. You don't want to care. You come on Monday, you spend a whole week, then you're sent back on weekend home, then you come again on Monday, and there's no necessary reason that is bringing you. And if you're told to go back, you start complaining that your daughter doesn't want you. What? Seriously, give them time. Give them time. Parents, can we stay away from our kids' marriage? Because that man feels uncomfortable. Mother-in-law amekuja, hatawahi toka kwangu. I don't even have time with my wife. She goes there. And then to make the matter worse, some of our parents, they come and start talking some stories even before the son-in-law, or even dresses in a manner that that son-in-law feels so uncomfortable, yet ni nyumba yake. My mom, my dad, what are you always up to? Why do you always visit me? Why do you always dress inappropriate? Are you not happy I am married? Are you in a way? Are you in a position that do you have even a hidden agenda? Because I don't understand. I don't. And I'm talking this because a lady came into my DM the other day and told me, Soipan, as we're speaking right now, things have gone out of hand. And I was like, what are you talking about? I tried to tell my mom not to visit me because I could see some red flags in my house. And then she went, she said I'm chasing her away from my house. The next minute I'm leaving work, I find my husband has already started arriving home early. And the way my mom is dressing, it's really not appropriate. It's very inappropriate. And then the next thing, my son comes and tells me, Mom, I came from school and I found Shosho's leg on top of Dad. Really? How do you think that girl, when she was DMing me, was feeling? This is your mother with your husband. And maybe the husband has really tried to be resistant, but now it has reached to that point. Do you think that relationship of mother and daughter will ever come back? Even as your daughter, do you think if today she walks out of that marriage, she will ever trust you as a mother, even if she gets into another relationship? Why, parents, can't you just stay away from our marriages? Yes, come and visit. I'm not saying visiting is bad, but limit your visitation. Limit your staying in our houses. I remember during our grandmother's time, I can't remember the last time I saw my grandmother in any of my mother's or my aunties or my uncle's houses more than a night. One night, the next day, she's back to the village. She will always keep that distance, and she will always even say in Kikuyu, "Odhonidora garagago." But today, hata kama mnasema tuko 21st century, surely, now do you think that woman, wherever she is, are they in good terms with the mother? Are they in good terms with the husband? And simply because she tried telling the mother to go, but now it had come to an extent that she cannot go. Every time she's told to go, she'll say she's being chased. And now she has already engaged herself in a way that even if now before it was the husband telling the wife, tell your mother to go. But now when the wife insists the mother to go, the husband said, it's okay, it's mom, watch her kai. Because he knows already they have started something. And all that is happening under one roof. Now, this is the father of your children. This is the grandmother of your children. What will you tell your children tomorrow? Because the first story has come even from your kid. I came from school, mom, and I found dad and Shosho doing so and so. Does it really make sense? Is it really good? We love you, our parents. We appreciate you for giving birth to us, for raising us. But now we are grown-ups. Allow us to enjoy our marriage. Allow us to bring our families the way it's supposed to be. If we have a problem, let us come to you, but not you coming to us. Allow us to come to you, seek your advice, but not you coming to our houses and managing our houses like they are your houses. It is not good. It is not good. And especially our mothers. This even doesn't go to our fathers. Our mothers. Imagine you have this time mumepita and mumekuja so much to an extent hata sisi wenyewe tunashindwa. Were you not happy when I told you I'm getting married? Don't you want my marriage to last? Don't you want me to enjoy that thing called marriage? Because the minute you come in, I can never enjoy my marriage. I will even be distracted. I'll never even have time with my family or even my husband as a woman. Because if I go in the bedroom and I want to have some quality time with my husband, it will look like I'm assuming you, I have left you in the living room and I don't have time for you. Then tomorrow you'll start talking ill about me, and I would not want that. Now, allow me to enjoy my marriage, and when I have time, weekends, holidays, as I bring kids to you, we'll come, we'll chit chat, we'll share stories, we'll laugh. But for now, kindly, even if you're coming to visit me, don't spend more than one night, unless it is necessary, unless it is something that recommends you to stay in my house more than one night, more than 2 nights. And also your dress code. As a mother, kindly dress properly. Now we are talking about mothers who have turned their daughters' home into something else. Now, coming to mothers who think their sons are still their babies. Just because he's your son, you're always overprotecting over him. You don't trust me as his wife to take care of him. You'll always see a mistake in everything. Why did you allow in the first place your son to marry me? Why did you carry all your women and took dowry to my house? Why? Why are you making my life miserable? Why are you always, every time I come visit you, unashinda ukiniuliza utanizaa lini? You don't know our plans. You don't know what we have talked about with my husband. And you cannot ask me that when my husband is there. You'll always wait ametoka, and then you'll start talking to me. Utanizaa lini? Kazi yako tu ni kukula pesa ya mtoto wangu. Kazi yako tu ni kumisuse pesa ya mtoto wangu. Seriously? And even maybe I'm the one earning more than your son. Maybe I'm the one who contributed a lot in buying the car that you are driving today. But yet you're the first person to say, I'm spending your son's money and I'm not giving birth to you. Was I getting married to come and just start producing kids the way you want? When during your time, did anyone pressure you to give birth? Allow me to enjoy my marriage. Maybe when we got married, we had decided, we first work hard, we get enough money, we invest in so and so, then children can come. You start even telling stories and even going to gossip around. I am barren. And maybe I'm not the one who is barren. The problem is with your son. But you don't want to take the blame. You put all the blame on me. And tomorrow I feel I am tired. I walk out of that marriage. Because I know so many women who have walked out of marriages thinking they're the ones who are barren. And they are not. The problem is with the husband. And those men, you don't want even to go to the hospital. And then it comes a time, you even start supporting your mother, your family members, calling your wife names. Na ukiambiwa na bibi twende hospitali because mimi nimecheck, wewe unasema mimi najua niko sawa. Who told you uko sawa? Because if a woman, she has gone through a lot of mockery and she's ready to go for that test, why can't you accompany her? Why can't you sacrifice and get to know the root of the problem? If it is not both of you who have said, let's give us ourselves time, maybe in your time, umeka, you're not getting pregnant as a woman. And your woman comes and tells you, sweetheart, my love, let's go to the hospital. Why can't you allow her? Can't you just escort her to the hospital and get to know the problem that is going on? You refuse that. Then you expect, you support your parents, you support your brothers and sisters, they mock her, they humiliate her. And then the minute she walks out, God blesses her with a very good man. In less than 6 months, you broke up, you find her or you meet her on the street with a protruding belly. Then that's when reality hits you. And it's very late. You cannot come back to her because now you realize you have the problem. She got someone who impregnated her immediately. Now, how will you face the society? The society that one day you supported when they were mistreating your wife, when they were calling her names, when they were mocking her, when they were discriminating her. What will you tell? Will you be able to rub the image that was already printed on her forehead? You cannot. So kindly, parents, let's watch our language, let's watch our steps, Let's watch whatever we do when we try to get into our kids' marriages or our kids' relationship. Let's support them. Let's give them the break that they need, the time that they need, and the security and even the privacy that they need so that their marriage can blossom. Because nowadays we are asking ourselves every day, why are our kids getting married today and tomorrow they're in court separating? It's not about fights. There's always a third party somewhere. And most of that third party, it is us parents. We are not giving our kids the kind of marriage they deserve to have. Now, that's all for today. Let's wait for tomorrow or any other day and get to know more about what is happening in our society, what is happening in our relationships, and all that is around our life. For now, goodbye and thank you for keeping tuned. Until next time, bye-bye.